Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and picture a world where every girl is told, you are not enough. Now open your eyes and imagine a girl who refuses to listen. A girl who stands up, faces the world and says, watch me. That girl is not just rewriting her own story, she is rewriting history. We live in a world that often measures strength by physical power, but real strength, it is found in resilience. It is the ability to rise every time life pushes you down. It is the courage to stand alone when no one believes in you. And it is the fire within that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how strong the storm. Tonight, I am here to remind you when a girl becomes strong, she does not just change her own life, she changes the world. So if you have ever doubted yourself or felt like your voice does not matter, stay with me. Because by the end of this speech, you will know you are stronger than you ever imagined. Strength is not something a girl is born with. It is something she earns through every challenge, every hardship, and every moment when life tests her resolve. True strength is not found in comfort but in struggle. It is forged in fire, shaped by adversity, and polished through persistence. A strong girl does not become strong simply because she wants to. She becomes strong because life demands it from her. She is pushed to her limits, told what she cannot do, and placed in situations designed to break her. But instead of breaking, she bends. Instead of falling, she stands. And instead of giving up, she fights. Every challenge a girl faces becomes a stepping stone. The rejection she experiences, the disappointment she endures, the battles she fights, they are not meant to destroy her. They are meant to shape her into someone the world cannot ignore. She learns through every setback that strength is not about never falling, but about always getting back up. The world may see a girl and underestimate her, but what it does not realize is that beneath her soft exterior lies a heart that has faced storms and survived. She is not fragile, she is resilient. A strong girl understands that pain is not a punishment, it is a lesson. When she faces failure, she does not see it as an ending, she sees it as an opportunity to rise even higher. When she is told no, she does not walk away, she finds another way. She knows that every tear she has shed has watered the seeds of her future success. Every sleepless night she has endured has built her endurance. Every time she has been told she is not enough, she has taken those words and turned them into fuel for her fire. The world often tells girls to stay in their place, to lower their voices, to follow rather than lead. But a strong girl refuses to accept this. She does not wait for permission to chase her dreams. She does not seek validation from those who doubt her. Instead, she walks forward, even when the path is unclear. She creates opportunities where none exist. She challenges traditions that try to hold her back. She refuses to accept limitations that others impose on her. Strength is not just about being able to endure pain, it is about being able to transform pain into power. A strong girl knows that hardships will come, but she does not allow them to define her. She takes the weight of her struggles and turns it into motivation. She takes the scars from her past and wears them as badges of honor. She refuses to let circumstances dictate her future. Instead, she builds the future she envisions for herself. Her strength is not loud, but it is undeniable. It is not always visible, but it is always present. It is in the way she carries herself after a loss, in the way she keeps going even when she is exhausted, in the way she continues to dream even when others try to shatter those dreams. It is in the quiet moments when she chooses not to give up, in the silent battles she fights within herself, and in the unwavering belief she holds on to when no one else believes in her. A strong girl knows that her worth is not determined by others. She does not measure her value by how she looks, by how many people approve of her, or by how well she fits into society's expectations. She knows that her true power lies in her mind, in her heart, and in her spirit. She refuses to compare herself to others because she understands that her journey is unique. She does not envy those who seem to have it easy because she knows that true greatness is built through struggle. Every great woman in history was once a girl who refused to be defeated. She was once a girl who faced rejection, who heard voices telling her she could not succeed, who had every reason to give up, but she didn't. She kept going, even when it was hard. She kept fighting, even when she was tired. She kept believing, even when no one else did. That is what makes a girl strong, not the absence of obstacles, but the refusal to be stopped by them. A strong girl does not only rise for herself, she rises so others can rise with her. She lifts her sisters, her friends, and even strangers. She understands that strength is not about standing alone, but about standing together. She knows that when one girl succeeds, it opens doors for others to follow. She does not see other girls as competition, she sees them as allies in the fight to create a better world. Her strength is contagious. It inspires those around her. It encourages other girls to find their own power, to believe in themselves, and to step into their greatness. She does not need to shout to be heard. Her actions speak louder than any words. She leads by example, showing the world that girls are not weak, that they are not fragile, that they are not meant to be silent. A strong girl understands that life will not always be fair. She will face obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. She will encounter people who doubt her abilities. She will have moments when she questions herself, when she wonders if she is truly strong enough to keep going. But in those moments, she remembers everything she has already overcome. She remembers the battles she has won, the challenges she has faced, and the strength she has built along the way. She does not let fear control her. She does not let failure define her. She does not let setbacks stop her. Instead, she keeps moving forward one step at a time, one victory at a time, one breakthrough at a time. Because she knows that strength is not about never feeling weak, it is about choosing to be strong even when she feels weak. Her journey is not easy, but it is worth it. Every struggle, every tear, every moment of doubt, it all leads to something greater. It all shapes her into the kind of woman who is not just strong for herself, but for everyone around her. She becomes the kind of woman who inspires, who empowers, who leaves a mark on the world. Because a strong girl does not just change her own life, she changes everything. A strong girl is not defined by the circumstances she is born into, but by the way she rises above them. She does not let society dictate her worth, nor does she allow others to set the limits on what she can achieve. She is the architect of her own destiny, the writer of her own story, and the force that refuses to be silenced. When she walks into a room, she does not shrink to make others comfortable. She stands tall, knowing she belongs there. From a young age, girls are often taught to be polite, to be agreeable, to fit into a mold that has been created for them. They are told to lower their voices, to soften their strength, to let others take the lead. But a strong girl knows that her voice is her power. She understands that the world may not always be ready for her, but that does not mean she has to wait for permission to take up space. She does not apologize for being ambitious, for having dreams bigger than what others think she deserves. A strong girl learns early on that she must be her own advocate. She must believe in herself before anyone else does. When she faces challenges, she does not wait for someone to come and save her. She becomes her own hero. She understands that no one is going to hand her success, no one is going to fight her battles for her, and no one is going to make her dreams come true except herself. She does not depend on luck or fate. She creates her own opportunities. The road to strength is not easy. It is filled with obstacles, with moments of doubt, with voices telling her she is not enough. But she does not let those voices define her. She silences them with action, with perseverance, with the unwavering belief that she is capable of achieving anything she sets her mind to. She understands that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of it. She knows that every great success story is built on a foundation of failures, setbacks, and lessons learned. A strong girl does not let fear hold her back. She acknowledges her fears, but she does not let them control her. She steps forward even when she is afraid. She knows that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to keep going despite it. She does not let self-doubt stop her from chasing her dreams. She refuses to let society's expectations limit her potential. She knows that her worth is not defined by how others see her, but by how she sees herself. There will always be people who try to bring her down, who question her abilities, who tell her she should not dream so big. But she does not listen to them. She knows that the only opinion that truly matters is the one she holds about herself. She does not waste time trying to prove her worth to those who refuse to see it. Instead, she focuses on proving to herself that she is capable of achieving greatness. A strong girl does not let setbacks define her. She understands that failure is not an ending, but a lesson. She does not dwell on her mistakes. She learns from them and moves forward. She knows that growth comes from discomfort, that strength is built through struggle. She embraces challenges as opportunities to become even stronger. She refuses to let a single moment of failure overshadow her journey towards success. She is not afraid to stand alone. She knows that sometimes, in order to follow her dreams, she may have to walk a path that others do not understand. She does not seek approval or validation from those who doubt her. She trusts her instincts, follows her passion, and stays true to herself even when the world tells her to change. She knows that authenticity is her greatest strength, that she does not have to fit into a mold to be successful. A strong girl knows that success is not about competition, it is about collaboration. She does not see other girls as threats but as allies. She lifts others up, encourages them, and celebrates their victories. She knows that the world has enough space for all women to succeed. She believes in the power of sisterhood, in the strength that comes from supporting one another, She understands that real success is not just about reaching the top, but about bringing others with her. She does not let past hardships define her future. She refuses to be a victim of her circumstances. She knows that she has the power to rewrite her story, to turn pain into purpose, to use her struggles as stepping stones toward greatness. She embraces her scars, knowing that they are proof of her resilience. She does not hide her struggles, she shares them, knowing that her story has the power to inspire others. A strong girl does not wait for the perfect moment to take action, she creates it. She does not sit on the sidelines of life, waiting for opportunities to come to her. She goes out and makes things happen. She does not let fear of failure keep her from trying. She knows that the only true failure is never trying at all. She takes risks, steps out of her comfort zone, and pushes herself beyond her limits. She does not let negativity consume her. She knows that she cannot control how others treat her, but she can control how she responds. She chooses kindness over bitterness, strength over weakness, action over excuses. She does not waste time worrying about what others think of her. She focuses on becoming the best version of herself, on living a life that is true to her values and her dreams. A strong girl understands that success is not just about achieving goals, it is about the journey. She does not chase perfection because she knows it does not exist. She embraces her imperfections, knowing that they make her unique. She does not try to be someone she is not. She stands in her truth, unapologetically and fearlessly. She does not let failure break her spirit. She does not let rejection make her question her worth. She does not let setbacks discourage her from moving forward. She knows that every challenge she faces is making her stronger. Every struggle is preparing her for something greater. Every obstacle is leading her closer to her dreams. A strong girl is not afraid of change. She embraces it, knowing that growth requires transformation. She does not resist the unknown, she steps into it with confidence. She trusts that even when things do not go as planned, she has the strength to adapt, to learn, and to keep moving forward. She understands that life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but about learning to dance in the rain. She does not let fear of the future hold her back. She knows that she is the author of her own story, that she has the power to shape her destiny. She does not wait for the perfect moment, she takes action now. She knows that the only limits that exist are the ones she chooses to accept, and she refuses to accept any. A strong girl does not wait for someone to tell her she is capable, she knows it within herself. She does not rely on validation from the world to believe in her abilities. She understands that her worth is not dependent on what others think of her, but on what she believes about herself. She does not let society define her limits, nor does she allow the expectations of others to dictate the path she takes. She is not afraid to dream, and she is not afraid to chase those dreams with everything she has. She knows that her strength comes from within, and that no external force can take it away from her. From the moment she realizes her power, she begins to challenge the status quo. She questions the norms that try to confine her, the traditions that tell her she must stay in her place. She refuses to accept a future that does not align with her vision of success and happiness. She knows that change begins with those who are bold enough to challenge the present. She does not wait for permission to speak up, to lead, to step into her greatness. She knows that the world is not always ready for strong girls, but she does not let that stop her from being one. A strong girl understands that life will not always be fair. She knows that there will be obstacles placed in her way, not because she is incapable, but because the world often underestimates her. She does not see these obstacles as reasons to give up. She sees them as opportunities to prove herself. She faces adversity with resilience, knowing that every challenge she overcomes only makes her stronger. She refuses to be discouraged by setbacks, understanding that success is not a straight path, but a journey filled with twists, turns, and lessons to be learned. She is not afraid of failure. She understands that failing does not mean she is weak. It means she is trying, learning, growing. She embraces her failures, using them as stepping stones toward her goals. She does not dwell on her mistakes, nor does being them to define her. Instead, she takes what she has learned and applies it to her next challenge, approaching each new opportunity with even more wisdom and determination than before. A strong girl does not let her past dictate her future. She knows that she is not defined by where she comes from, but by where she chooses to go. She does not let past hardships, disappointments, or heartbreaks keep her from moving forward. She takes the pain she has endured and transforms it into fuel for her ambitions. She understands that her struggles have shaped her, but they do not limit her. She uses them as a source of strength, as a reminder of how far she has come and how much she is capable of achieving. She does not let the voices of doubt drown out her own belief in herself. She understands that there will always be people who underestimate her, who tell her she is not enough, who try to hold her back. But she does not give them power over her. She does not waste her energy proving them wrong. Instead, she focuses on proving herself right. She sets goals for herself and pursues them with unwavering determination. She knows that the only person she needs to impress is the one staring back at her in the mirror. A strong girl does not compare herself to others. She knows that her journey is unique, that her path is hers alone. She does not measure her success by someone else's achievements. She understands that growth looks different for everyone, and she embraces her own progress no matter how big or small. She celebrates her victories, knowing that every step forward is worth recognizing. She does not let the success of others make her feel inadequate. Instead, she is inspired by it, using it as motivation to continue pushing forward. She understands the importance of surrounding herself with people who uplift her. She does not waste time on those who bring her down, who do not believe in her, who try to dim her light. She chooses to be around those who support her dreams, who encourage her to be the best version of herself. She knows that true strength is not just about standing alone, but also about knowing when to lean on those who truly care. She lifts others up as well, knowing that strength is not about competition, but about empowering those around her. A strong girl does not shy away from hard work. She knows that success does not come easy, that nothing worth having is handed to her without effort. She is willing to put in the time, the dedication, the energy needed to achieve her goals. She does not back down from challenges, even when they seem impossible. She embraces the struggle, understanding that growth comes from pushing past her limits. She does not seek shortcuts or easy ways out. She values the journey, knowing that every step she takes is shaping her into the person she is meant to be. She is not afraid to take risks. She knows that staying in her comfort zone will not lead her to greatness. She dares to step into the unknown, to chase opportunities that scare her, to trust in herself even when the outcome is uncertain. She does not let fear of failure keep her from trying. She would rather take a chance and learn from it than spend her life wondering what could have been. She understands that the greatest rewards come from the boldest choices. A strong girl does not let negativity consume her. She knows that she cannot control how others treat her, but she can control how she responds. She chooses positivity, kindness, and strength over bitterness, resentment, and doubt. She does not let setbacks turn her into someone she is not. She remains true to her values, to her integrity, to the person she aspires to be. She understands that strength is not just about physical or mental toughness, but about the ability to remain kind and compassionate even in the face of adversity. She does not seek perfection. She knows that perfection is an illusion, that striving for it only leads to disappointment. Instead, she focuses on being the best version of herself, on growing and evolving every single day. She embraces her flaws, knowing that they are what make her unique. She does not pretend to have it all figured out. She acknowledges her struggles, her doubts, her insecurities. But she does not let them hold her back. She uses them as fuel to keep going, to keep striving, to keep believing in herself. A strong girl understands that her strength is not just about her own success, but about the impact she has on the world around her. She knows that true power comes from using her voice to uplift others, from standing up for what is right, from inspiring those who look up to her. She is not just strong for herself, she is strong for the people who need her to be. She knows that her journey is not just about her own achievements, but about paving the way for others to follow. She does not let the world define her. She does not let circumstances dictate her future. She does not let fear stop her from chasing what she wants. She knows that she is capable of changing her own life, of rewriting her own story, of creating a future that aligns with her dreams. She believes in herself even when others do not. She continues to push forward even when the path is difficult. She refuses to settle for anything less than what she deserves. A strong girl understands the power of her own voice. She does not remain silent when she has something important to say. She knows that her words carry weight, that they have the potential to inspire, to challenge, to create change. She refuses to be overlooked, ignored, or dismissed simply because she is a girl. She speaks with confidence, with clarity, with conviction. She knows that her voice is just as important as anyone else's, and she will not hesitate to use it. She understands that her opinions matter, that her perspective is valuable, and that her experiences are worth sharing. She does not shy away from expressing her thoughts, even when they differ from the majority. She knows that progress is only made when people are willing to challenge the norm, when they dare to ask questions, when they refuse to blindly accept what has always been. She does not speak just to be heard. She speaks because she has something meaningful to say, something that deserves attention. She does not allow fear to keep her from speaking her truth. She understands that not everyone will agree with her, that some will try to silence her, that many will feel uncomfortable with the things she has to say. But she does not let that stop her. She knows that the greatest leaders, the most influential figures in history, were those who dared to say what others were afraid to. She does not seek approval, she seeks authenticity. She would rather stand alone with her truth than be surrounded by people who only accept her silence. A strong girl does not wait for someone else to speak on her behalf. She does not expect others to manage to fight her battles for her. She stands up for herself, for her dreams, for her beliefs. She does not let others decide what she can or cannot do, what she should or should not say. She claims her own space, knowing that she belongs wherever she chooses to be. She does not shrink herself to make others comfortable. She does not tone down her voice to avoid upsetting those who prefer to see her quiet. She understands that using her voice is not just about speaking, it is about taking action. She knows that words alone are not enough. They must be backed by effort, by determination, by resilience. She does not just dream of change, she works for it. She knows that speaking up is only the first step, that true impact comes from what she does after the words have been spoken. She commits to her goals, to her values, to the things she stands for, knowing that real change is built on perseverance. A strong girl understands the responsibility that comes with having a voice. She does not use her words carelessly, nor does she seek to tear others down in order to lift herself up. She believes in kindness, in respect, in the power of words to heal rather than harm. She does not engage in negativity, gossip, or cruelty. She chooses to speak with intention, with thoughtfulness, with a desire to uplift rather than destroy. She understands that true strength is not about how loudly she speaks, but about how effectively she communicates. She knows that listening is just as important as speaking. She does not dominate conversations simply for the sake of being heard. She values the perspectives of others, even when they differ from her own. She listens not just to respond, but to understand. She seeks knowledge, wisdom, growth. She does not assume she has all the answers, nor does she believe that her way is the only way. She remains open-minded, always willing to learn, always striving to expand her understanding of the world. A strong girl understands that her voice is not just for herself, it is for those who do not yet have the courage to speak. She knows that many are still finding their strength, still battling fears, still struggling to believe in their own worth. She uses her voice to uplift them, to remind them that they are not alone, to encourage them to step into their own power. She speaks not just for herself, but for every girl who has ever been told to be quiet, who has ever been made to feel small, who has ever doubted her own strength. She does not use her voice to seek attention, she uses it to create impact. She does not speak to impress others, to gain recognition, to be praised. She speaks because she has a purpose, because she has something meaningful to contribute. She does not chase validation, she chases truth. She does not speak empty words, she speaks with depth, with heart, with sincerity. She knows that true influence is not about popularity, but about the ability to touch lives, to shift perspectives, to challenge the way people think. A strong girl knows that her voice alone is powerful, but when combined with others, it becomes unstoppable. She believes in the power of unity, in the strength that comes from standing together. She does not compete with other girls, she uplifts them. She does not see them as threats, but as allies. She understands that the fight for equality, for justice, for change is not an individual battle, but a collective movement. She believes in collaboration over competition, in supporting rather than undermining, in building each other up instead of tearing each other down. She refuses to let doubt silence her. She does not let insecurity keep her from speaking. She knows that confidence is not something you are born with, it is something you build. She embraces her fears, her uncertainties, her hesitations, but she does not let them control her. She pushes past them, knowing that every time she speaks up, she grows stronger. She understands that confidence is not about never feeling fear, it is about choosing to speak despite it. She does not allow herself to be defined by labels. She refuses to be placed in a box, to be told what she can or cannot be. She knows that she is more than just one thing, that she has the right to explore, to evolve, to redefine herself as she grows. She does not limit herself based on what others expect from her. She embraces her complexity, her contradictions, her ever-changing nature. She speaks as the person she is, not as the person the world wants her to be. A strong girl is not just one who speaks loudly, she is one who speaks wisely. She does not waste her voice on things that do not matter. She does not seek conflict for the sake of argument. She chooses her battles carefully, knowing that not everything deserves her energy. She understands that her words have power, and she does not use them recklessly. She speaks with intention, with clarity, with a focus on creating positive change. She does not let rejection silence her. She does not let criticism discourage her. She knows that not everyone will agree with her, that not everyone will welcome her voice. But she does not let that stop her. She continues to speak, to share, to express, because she knows that her words have meaning, that her perspective is valuable, that her story deserves to be heard. She understands that every great change in history began with someone who refused to stay silent. She carries that knowledge with her, using it to fuel her courage, to strengthen her resolve, to remind herself that she is capable of making a difference. A strong girl understands that resilience is not about never falling, but about always rising. She knows that life will not always be kind, that struggles will come, and that failure is inevitable. But she does not allow setbacks to define her. She does not see obstacles as roadblocks. She sees them as challenges to overcome, as lessons to be learned. She understands that true strength is not measured by how many times she avoids difficulty, but by how many times she gets back up after being knocked down. She embraces the struggles that come her way, knowing that every challenge she faces makes her stronger, wiser, and more capable. She does not run from difficulties. She meets them head-on, ready to fight, ready to learn, ready to grow. She understands that resilience is a skill, one that must be built, nurtured, and strengthened over time. She does not expect life to be easy. She expects herself to be strong enough to handle whatever comes her way. She does not allow failure to define her. When she makes mistakes, she does not dwell on them. She does not let them consume her, make her feel unworthy, or stop her from trying again. She understands that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Every time she fails, she gains knowledge, experience, and insight that will help her in the future. She learns from her missteps, adjusts her approach, and keeps moving forward. She does not let fear of failure hold her back, because she knows that the only true failure is giving up. A strong girl does not waste time feeling sorry for herself. She allows herself to feel the pain of disappointment, to acknowledge the frustration of setbacks, but she does not let those emotions consume her. She does not sit in defeat. She processes her emotions, learns from them, and then uses them as fuel to push forward. She understands that self-pity is a trap, one that keeps people stuck in the past instead of moving toward the future. She refuses to let challenges break her spirit because she knows that her power lies in her ability to keep going. She does not rely on others to rescue her from her struggles. She does not expect anyone to come and solve her problems for her. She takes responsibility for her own life, her own growth, and her own success. She understands that while support from others is valuable, her strength must come from within. She does not wait for someone to fix things for her. She finds solutions, makes adjustments, and takes action. She knows that she is capable of standing on her own, that she has everything she needs within herself to rise above any challenge. A strong girl understands that resilience is not just about physical strength, it is about mental toughness. She trains her mind to stay strong, to stay positive, to stay focused. She does not let negative thoughts control her. When doubt creeps in, she pushes it away with determination. When fear tries to paralyze her, she reminds herself of everything she has already overcome. She does not allow her mind to be her enemy. Instead, she trains it to be her greatest ally, to be a source of encouragement rather than a source of doubt. She does not let the opinions of others shake her confidence. She understands that not everyone will believe in her, that some people will doubt her abilities, and that others may even try to bring her down. But she does not let their negativity affect her. She knows her worth, her potential, and her capabilities. She does not seek approval from those who do not see her value. She trusts herself, believes in herself, and knows that her dreams are valid, no matter what others think. She does not compare her journey to others. She understands that everyone moves at their own pace, that success looks different for everyone, and that her path is uniquely her own. She does not waste time feeling inadequate because someone else seems to be ahead. Instead, she focuses on her own progress, on how far she has come, on the goals she is working toward. She celebrates her victories, no matter how small, because she knows that every step forward is a step closer to where she wants to be. A strong girl does not let temporary setbacks make her forget her long-term goals. She knows that the road to success is not straight, that it is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But she does not lose sight of where she is going. She keeps moving, keeps pushing, keeps working toward the life she envisions for herself. She understands that resilience is about persistence, about refusing to give up even when things get difficult. She finds strength in adversity. She understands that the hardest moments of her life are the ones that will shape her the most. She does not wish for an easy life. She wishes for the strength to handle whatever life throws at her. She does not see challenges as punishments. She sees them as opportunities to grow, to evolve, to become the best version of herself. She knows that every hardship she endures is making her into the person she is meant to be. She refuses to let circumstances dictate her future. No matter where she starts, no matter what obstacles she faces, she knows that she has the power to create the life she wants. She does not let setbacks make her believe that she is stuck, that she cannot rise above her circumstances. She takes control of her destiny, knowing that she is capable of overcoming anything. She surrounds herself with people who uplift and inspire her. She does not waste time with those who bring her down, who drain her energy, or who make her feel small. She chooses relationships that challenge her to grow, that encourage her to keep going, that remind her of her strength. She knows that resilience is easier when she has a support system of people who believe in her, who remind her of her worth, who stand by her no matter what. She does not let moments of weakness make her feel like she is not strong. She understands that strength does not mean never feeling tired, never feeling discouraged, never feeling like giving up. It means choosing to keep going even when she does. It means allowing herself to rest but never quitting. It means recognizing that she is human, that she will have hard days, but that those days do not define her. A strong girl knows that her past does not dictate her future. She does not let mistakes, failures, or painful experiences hold her back. She uses them as lessons, as stepping stones, as reminders of how far she has come. She does not dwell on what she cannot change. She focuses on what she can control. She refuses to let her past be a weight that drags her down. Instead, she turns it into motivation to rise even higher. She understands that true resilience is about never giving up on herself. It is about believing in her own strength, even when no one else does. It is about refusing to settle for less than she deserves. It is about knowing that no matter what happens, she has the power to rise again. She faces every challenge with courage, every setback with determination, and every failure with the understanding that it is only a stepping stone on her journey toward success. A strong girl understands that her voice matters, that her words carry weight, and that what she has to say deserves to be heard. She does not stay silent in the face of injustice. She does not shrink herself to make others comfortable. She knows that speaking up is not just about making noise, it is about making a difference. She refuses to let fear hold her back from expressing her thoughts, sharing her ideas, and standing up for what she believes in. She understands that silence has never changed the world, but courage has. She is not afraid to speak her truth, even when it is difficult. She does not worry about whether people will agree with her. She does not seek validation from those who try to silence her. She understands that her voice has power, that her perspective is unique, and that her experiences matter. She does not let self-doubt keep her quiet. Instead, she pushes past her fears, knowing that the world needs more strong girls who are unafraid to speak their minds. She does not allow society to dictate what she can and cannot say. She refuses to be put in a box, to be told that her opinions are not valuable. She challenges outdated beliefs, she questions unfair systems, and she demands to be heard. She knows that progress is not made by those who stay silent. It is made by those who have the courage to speak, to challenge, to inspire change. A strong girl does not only use her voice for herself, she uses it for others. She stands up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. She speaks out against injustice, discrimination, and inequality. She does not turn a blind eye to the struggles of others. She understands that her strength is not just for her own benefit, but for the benefit of those who need her to be a voice for change. She does not stay silent in the face of wrongdoing. She takes action, she advocates, she fights for a better world. She does not allow fear of judgment to silence her. She knows that when she speaks her mind, not everyone will agree. Some will criticize her, some will try to tear her down, some will attempt to make her feel small. But she does not let their negativity control her. She understands that their opinions do not define her. She stands firm in her beliefs, knowing that the people who matter will respect her for her courage and conviction. She does not wait for permission to be heard. She does not ask if it is okay for her to have a voice. She knows that she does not need approval to speak up. She takes up space, she asserts herself, and she makes sure that she is not overlooked. She does not sit in the background, hoping someone will notice her. She steps forward, she makes her presence known, and she ensures that her voice is included in conversations that matter. A strong girl understands that her voice is a tool for empowerment. She does not use it to tear others down, to spread negativity, or to belittle those around her. Instead, she uses it to uplift, to inspire, to bring about positive change. She chooses her words carefully, knowing that they have the power to build or to break. She speaks with intention, with confidence, with wisdom. She does not stay silent when she sees someone being mistreated. She does not ignore injustice, pretend not to notice, or hope someone else will speak up. She knows that staying quiet is a form of acceptance. She knows that real change only happens when people refuse to tolerate what is wrong. She uses her voice to challenge unfairness, to call out discrimination, to support those who need an ally. She does not let self-doubt keep her from speaking up. She understands that confidence is built through action. She knows that the more she uses her voice, the stronger it becomes. She does not wait until she feels completely sure of herself to speak. She speaks despite her fears, despite her doubts, despite the uncertainty. She understands that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. A strong girl does not let rejection silence her. She knows that not every idea she shares will be accepted. Not every opinion she expresses will be embraced. But she does not let that stop her. She keeps speaking, keeps sharing, keeps pushing forward. She understands that rejection is not a reason to stay silent. It is a reason to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep using her voice until she is heard. She does not allow societal expectations to dictate what she can say. She does not let outdated ideas about how girls should behave stop her from speaking her mind. She refuses to accept the idea that she should be quiet, that she should not be too loud, that she should not take up too much space. She knows that those who tell her to stay silent are often the ones who fear the power of her words. And so she speaks louder, bolder, stronger. She does not allow past experiences to silence her. Even if she has been ignored, dismissed, or shut down before, she does not let that stop her from trying again. She knows that her voice is valuable, that her words deserve to be heard, that she has something important to say. She refuses to let past failures or disappointments make her believe that her voice does not matter. She keeps speaking, knowing that persistence is the key to being heard. She understands that words have the power to shape the world. She knows that history has been changed by those who had the courage to speak up. She looks at the women who came before her, the ones who fought for equality, who challenged injustice, who refused to be silent. And she knows that she is part of that legacy. She knows that she carries their strength, their determination, their courage. And so she continues to speak, to push boundaries, to demand change. She does not speak just for the sake of speaking. She speaks to make an impact. She chooses her words wisely, knowing that they have the power to inspire, to educate, to ignite change. She understands that real strength is not just about volume, it is about substance. She does not waste her voice on negativity, on meaningless chatter, on tearing others down. Instead, she uses it with purpose, with passion, with intention. She understands that having a voice is a privilege, and she does not take it for granted. She knows that there are many who do not have the freedom to speak their minds, who are silenced by oppression, by a prayer, by injustice. And so she speaks not just for herself, but for them as well. She carries their voices with her, knowing that when she speaks, she is not just representing herself, she is representing all those who cannot speak. A strong girl does not wait for the perfect moment to use her voice. She does not hold back, waiting for someone to give her permission. She knows that the world needs her voice now, that change cannot wait, that silence only benefits those who want to maintain the status quo. She speaks because she believes in a better world, because she refuses to accept things as they are, because she knows that her words have the power to create something new, something better, something stronger.